Hello, this is Stampy, and welcome to another Let's Talk video. And today, I'm talking about the how difficult it is to try and please everyone. And I am mainly talking about this in terms of making YouTube videos. And I know, sorry, it's another Let's Talk about YouTube stuff. I will try and talk about more general topics in the future, but as it happens, I know quite a lot about YouTube because I am a YouTuber, so I guess it shouldn't be too much of a surprise that I'm talking about YouTube quite a lot. But yeah, so this week, what I wanted to talk about is the idea that I think a lot of people think that every video they click on should be for them, should be something that they're going to enjoy or something that's kind of made for them. And that obviously is not the case and sounds quite obvious, but I think that the reason why there's a lot of hate on YouTube, apart from the people that are just, you know, leaving hate to leave hate, you know, people that are just being mean for the sake of mean, I think a lot of the kind of more genuine mean comments comes from times where someone will watch a video and it won't be a video for them, and they'll be like, oh, why would I want to watch this, or this is rubbish, I don't like this. And I think a lot of people think when they say, like, people don't see the difference between I don't like this or this is bad. You know, it's like, it could be for anything. It could be like for music. You listen to a band and you don't like the band. You say, oh, this is bad. You know, this is bad music. But of course, other people like it. It's not that it's bad. It's that it's just, you know, it's just might not be for you, which kind of goes for everything. And so, I mean, for me personally, I get a lot of comments saying like, oh, what is this? Minecraft videos for little kids. And I'm like, well, kinda, like, not only little kids, but, you know, that is a big part of my audience, you know, like it might not be for you, you know, by the sounds of it from your comment, you know, this isn't the type of video you want to watch, but, you know, that's fine, you know, you can watch whatever you want, or even just, you know, the fact that I do Minecraft videos, I might get comments going like, who wants to watch Minecraft videos, you know, Minecraft's rubbish, I like playing whatever, you know, and it's like, well, that's fine, don't watch the video then, like, there's plenty of videos, I'm sure, about what you want to watch. This one's just not for you, and like that's fine. Like, not everything has to be for you. You know, there's the internet's so wide and YouTube's so wide, and just media, you know, it can appeal to so many different types of people. Like, not everything has to be for you. And so where the difficulties come with me is that I have a very wide audience. You know, I have pretty much an even split between girls and boys watching. People are watching from all over the world. And there's also people of all ages watching. I think a lot of people think that Ori just jumped on a shelf and knocked everything down. Let me show you this. Let's have a little break. Ori, what are you doing over there? Huh? You jump up on the shelf? Yeah? Are you gonna get down from there? You're knocking all of my Disney Infinity figures down. Okay, she's trying to knock them all down. Right, sorry about that, I'm back now. I've grabbed my cat as well. Right, she's off to cause some more chaos. Wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I was talking about my audience. So, okay, I'm gonna talk about my audience a lot here, like as if it's an entity, like it's not, you know, my audience is, you know, you're a bit of it, you know, it's just people. It's just all sorts of different people. So I guess I'm kind of talking about like the average viewer, I guess, but it's just easy just to say my audience. I never like talking about my audience as if it's a thing rather than just individuals. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. So I have a very wide audience, you know, it's girls, boys, it's people from around the world, and also very different ages. I think a lot of people think that, you know, it's only, you know, very young people that watch my videos. And I know for a fact it isn't, you know. I can look at YouTube stats, but they're generally not a very good representation. But I go to events, I meet people in public, and it's all ages. You know, it really starts from about 4, I guess. And then the majority is probably between 4 and 13, I would assume. But then it stretches, you know, way beyond that. You know, I've run into people that regularly watch all my videos, you know, that are way older than me. I don't know who my oldest viewer is, but, you know, it really is a very wide age group. And I think if you're watching the video of this video, the chances are you're probably on the higher end of that, I would assume. But, you know, once again, I don't know. And this is actually kind of what I want to talk about. The fact is, I don't know who's watching. So I need to try and make sure that the video I'm making is going to be enjoyable for pretty much anyone out of those categories. So from any country, of any age group. And because of that, there's a lot of things I need to kind of bear in mind to make sure everyone can understand what I'm saying, everyone understands what I'm doing, and that everyone understands my jokes. And that's the biggest one. people not understanding your jokes is one of the most difficult things, because if I'm making a very specific type of video for a very specific type of person, I know what they're going to understand, and I can have a decent guess of what they're going to find funny, because it could be kind of people of any age from anywhere in the world watching this. It's very difficult to make very specific types of jokes. And because of that, I got into a bit of trouble recently. Well, I didn't get in trouble. I got a little bit upset recently. I'll be honest about it. And I don't get upset by hate comments much, but I uploaded a video and it got a very bad reaction. And it was kind of because I made a joke, and I didn't do what I normally do and appeal to everyone. I kind of made quite a specific joke, and a lot of people just didn't find it funny. So I'm going to talk about a little bit more about that in a second, but it's something that's happened similar with another video where I've made a video and I've been really happy with it, but everyone's just kind of responded negatively to it. And that episode was my Lovely World episode called Trip to the Moon. And in that episode, I have a trip to the moon, I fly up in a rocket ship, and the rocket ship actually flies, and I land it on the moon. I meet some aliens, I have some cake, I think, and then, I have a lunar cheese apple, and then I fly back to my lovely world, and then I end the video, and it kind of looks like a normal Lovely World video, but there was this whole space exploration part. And when I was making the video, I was really happy with it. I thought it was a cool thing. It was something that I'd never really seen before, where someone kind of did a normal Let's Play, then did kind of this extraordinary thing in it. And so I was happy with it, but I knew that a lot of people would want to know how I made it. So while I was making the video, I was also kind of making a behind the scenes video, and kind of all of the planning and the setup and like the editing. I recorded all of that just to show how I edited it to make it look like the rocket was flying, and how I how the video making process to make the video. And so I uploaded that on the Magic Animal Club, and everyone hated it. Well, not everyone hated it, but it got a lot of hate. I think it's got more dislikes than likes. There's lots of comments, people saying things like, "You tricked me," or "So the video is fake," or "I can't believe you did this, Stampy. I thought like you were real." And it took me completely off guard. I didn't think for a second that anyone would react negatively in that way, or that I never thought that people would think that I'm actually flying the ship in Minecraft. Like, I was thinking that, this is the Xbox version of Minecraft, it's vanilla Minecraft, I did it a while ago. I didn't think for a second that anyone would think that the rocket ship was flying. I just kind of assumed that people would know, it's a video. And so to have people calling the video fake, took me completely off guard, because I was like, well, it's a video. Like, it's not, like, you wouldn't, like, watch like Doctor Who and see someone shoot a ray gun and say, "Oh, that's fake, it's not a real ray gun." It's like, well, of course, it's a video, like I'm just trying to make an entertaining video. So that really took me off guard. And I think since that moment, I've been really careful to make sure that everyone kind of understands what the video is, and I don't ever want anyone to feel cheated in any way. Like, I'm just trying to make the video as entertaining as it can be. And so the recent example, you might have guessed what it was from what I said earlier, is my April Fool's video. And so my April Fool's video on my Lovely World was well, I'll leave a link to it in the description if you kind of just want to see what it is. But basically, the short story is the idea of the joke was, I say I'm going to my Funland to play mini games. I start the video like normal. I add April to my love garden. And if you want to know who drew that drawing, it was me, by the way. So I add April to my love garden because I needed a fake person to add to my love garden. So that was a bit of a hint. And then I get on my tree train and I say, yeah, I'm going to ride games once I arrive at the Funland. And the tree train basically doesn't end. I edited it so it's kind of just a loop. And so it looks like I'm riding to the Funland, but like it takes me 20 minutes or something to arrive at the Funland. And so the idea is that then I eventually arrive at the Funland and I go, right, we're finally here, let's go and play lots of games. Oh no, look at the time, we've run out, bye. And then the video ends. And so that's what the joke was. And so in my head, what I thought was going to happen is people would click on the video. I thought they'd be suspicious because it's April Fool's Day anyway, and kind of everyone's doing April Fool's stuff. I add April to the love garden, and there's a few things that I say that kind of hint things are off a bit. And then I thought people would carry on watching it, kind of at a certain point after the love garden and stuff, they'd kind of forget the fact it's April Fool's and kind of settle down and be watching it. And then about after a minute of me riding the tree train, they'd get suspicious and click ahead and kind of realize the joke. Or I thought like at most someone might watch about 3 minutes of me in the tree train. So I try and play it quite straight. Like, I never mention how long the tree train is lasting, and I kind of just try and just talk naturally for 20 minutes, which was difficult to talk about nothing for 20 minutes when nothing's happening. And then, you know, at the end, there was the joke at the end. And so I thought people would watch it for a bit, skip ahead, realize what it is, click on the end, realize it's a joke, and be, oh, Stampy, you got me. And there was a good portion, probably the majority, of people where that is what happened. They watched for a few minutes, realize something's up, because obviously there's no way it would normally take that long, or if it did take that long, I'd obviously edit it out or do something. And so the majority of people realize the joke, you know, either haha, you got me, or oh, Stampy, what do you like April Fool's Day jokes, or, you know, or just, you know, just finding it funny, basically. And so there were some comments, but a lot of them were very negative, and I think the video still now has more dislikes than likes. And there were a lot of comments from people saying that was rubbish, that was a boring video, the tree train, you know, lasted too long, why didn't you edit the tree train out, like, worst video ever, you know, I'm going to unsubscribe, you know, from you, Stampy, because that was so boring. And, you know, like, these are people that were looking at it like a Lovely World video. And, you know, it was framed like a Lovely World video, but it wasn't. It was a joke. The whole video was an April Fool's Day joke. You know, I just did it in my Lovely World as, you know, just to, you know, that was kind of where the joke was set, I guess. But it wasn't a Lovely World video. You know, it was uploaded on the Friday, not a Saturday. I uploaded all of my normal videos that day. It was kind of an extra joke video, you know, I put in. But a lot of people, I think, watched it expecting a Lovely World video. I said I was going to my Funland to play games all day, and I think they were looking forward to that. And then when they realized that wasn't happening, you know, they were upset and angry at me. And I guess that was a case of me, it was me misjudging the joke. I think I was too subtle. I think that some people, a lot of people, watched the video to the end and had no idea that it was a joke. They thought that it was a really boring Lovely World video. And that is me misjudging the audience a bit, and, you know, not thinking that, you know, some people might not get this. And so I'm not here trying to justify it. You know, it was a misjudgment by me. A lot of people found it funny, you know, a lot of people didn't. You know, if I had the chance now to go back in time, you know, I would have done a different joke. But then again, all my April Fool's videos, you know, I get the same thing. I guess in the future I need to be more obvious about, you know, I need a punchline. If I say a joke and there's not a punchline, a lot of the time, you know, people don't get the joke, you know. And it's kind of similar with Let's Crest and some of the other things that I've done, where if a joke isn't obvious that it's a joke, then, you know, there's a portion of my audience, for whatever reason, you know, don't understand it, or just don't find it funny, I guess. So when I'm making videos, I need to make sure that I am kind of, you know, doing videos that everyone is going to get. The jokes kind of are appealing to everyone, and that is really limiting. It's very difficult, because I think I'm much funnier in real life than I am in videos, because if I'm talking to someone in real life, I know who I'm talking to. If I'm looking someone in the eyes, I know who they are. I probably know their background. I definitely know their age, you know, and I kind of know, I have a decent idea of what they're going to understand and what they're going to find funny. And if it's someone that I know particularly well, I know kind of how far I can push the joke, you know, and kind of what things I can get away with saying and what things I can't get away with saying. But when I'm doing a video and I know, you know, almost anyone could be watching it from anywhere of any age, it's hard to be really funny, because, you know, I kind of have to water down a lot of things just to make sure that it's something that everyone is at least going to get a certain amount of enjoyment about. And it's something that I think a lot about after the April Fool's video. It's something that I'm going to think even more about. And in a way, it's nice to have things the way they are. In a way, it's not as good, because, you know, as I feel like I am limiting myself in some way. Like, I wouldn't change it. Like, I'm sorry, like, I wouldn't change it for anything. Like, you know, I love the audience, the individuals, you know, that I have that are watching my videos. So I'm not moaning at all about it, but it's just something that I don't know whether it's something that you have thought about. I don't know, maybe if you do YouTube yourself, maybe think about who is it that's watching your videos. You know, who do you want to watch your videos? I think most YouTubers are creating content that they would like to watch and something that they would find funny, and that is something that I'm doing, but I kind of just can't I can't push it kind of as far as I would push it if I knew exactly who was watching, if that makes sense. So there we go. I know this has been a bit of a loose and wild let's talk. I really didn't plan exactly what it was I was going to say in this video. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, or at least found it interesting. It's something to think about. Please leave suggestions for future topics for Let's Talk down below, and hopefully they can be a little bit more directed and to the point. I see a lot of people are suggesting things that I just don't know much about. Like, a lot of people are suggesting that I talk about things that I don't have much experience with, and I don't want to try and talk about something that I don't know a lot about, because you know, there's just no point really. I'm just going to come across as being a little bit silly, and I'm sure I could try and force one out. So I'm really only going to pick topics that I know a lot about, really, or at least have something that I want to say about it. So bear that in mind when leaving suggestions down below. But for now, I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!